Mexican food is one of my favorite cuisines, which is kind of unfortunate because I live in Canada, which is not somewhere that is really known for excellent Mexican food. Okay, maybe there are some good Mexican restaurants in some places, but my area, we are severely lacking. Which is why today we are going to 3 quick service Mexican burrito restaurants to see which one is the best. Listen, a girl just needs to find a place to get a good burrito and chips and guac, and today that is what we are putting to the test. Here's the goods. First up, we have the chips and guac. Now, I love chips and guac. It is honestly one of my favorite foods. It's so easy to make, and a good guac is perfection. Right off the bat, this is how much guac they gave me. I paid $5 for this chips and guac. I just really hope it's good, okay? It's also really not that many chips, if I can show you. That's how many chips we got as well. And like I said, this was $5. Chip in the guac, nice little scoop. The guacamole almost tastes like it has no seasoning in it. Like, where's the salt? Where's the citrus? There's definitely a little bit of spice in it. There's onions in it, but it's like severely lacking in any salt. Then we have the main attraction. This is the burrito. Now, on every single burrito I'm getting today, we are getting the same ingredients. And let me go ahead and pull out my list because I did write it down because I'm gonna forget. On every single burrito, we are getting chicken, rice, black beans, cheese, corn, guac, and mild salsa. I made sure that every place we're going today does offer those so that we have the truest comparison to see which is the best. Fun fact about Quesada tacos and burritos is that it was founded in Toronto in 2004 by Steve Gill and currently has 216 locations in Canada. So if you like what you see in today's video, maybe you can find a location near you. Not that I would recommend the chips and guac. Hopefully the burrito is better. So this is a small burrito, and honestly, I don't remember how much it cost. I did not get a receipt. I will go ahead and look up online how much a small burrito at this place does actually cost. Also, guac was extra. Let's go ahead and give this thing a try. Okay, so here we have a nice like cross section, and honestly it's a pretty decent burrito. All of the ingredients are really fresh. I will say she really tried to sell me on the spicy chicken. I just went with the regular chicken today. It said it was flame grilled chicken, and the chicken is unfortunately probably my least favorite part of this. It's definitely just the vibe of like the chicken came out of a bag pre-made and they heated it up. It's not super amazing quality or super flavorful, but with everything else it kind of just gets lost in the flavors of the other toppings, and honestly, like I kind of like it. Like I would come back and get another burrito here. I think I would give this burrito a 7 out of 10. The chips and guac, 4 out of 10. But honestly, not bad. Let's go ahead and see how the other places match up to Quesada, and we'll see who's the winner in the end. Let's go. Our next location of the day is Bar Burrito, and this is a burrito restaurant that started in Toronto in 2005 and now has 407 locations across all of Canada, which I think makes it the biggest burrito franchise in all of Canada, so this better be good. First up, once again, we have chips and guac. Now, I believe the chips and guac at this location was $4.25, so a little bit cheaper than the last location. However, this little thing of guac is definitely not full all the way, and this looks like it could potentially be pre-made, not with fresh avocados, which I have had guacamole before from like the grocery store that is like pre-made and mass-produced, and it's horrendous. The only good way to have guacamole is fresh made. Let's go ahead and give this a try. Oh my god, there's nothing in here. That's even worse than the last place, but that is what we have. I don't like that at all. That's not good. The chips almost have no salt on them. Like, I can see a couple granules of salt, but like flavor-wise, you can barely taste it. And there is something about this guacamole. It almost tastes like it is made with pickled jalapeno juice. Just gives it a very interesting flavor. This is a guacamole that I really would not be surprised if it came out of like a squeeze bag and was not produced in-house. It just gives me that vibe. That might be some of the worst guac I've ever had. Okay, next up we do have their burrito. Once again, this is a small burrito. Right off the bat, I will say their chicken is substantially more flavored. The last location was unflavored flame grilled chicken. This was their mild chicken, and I think they have 3 different heat levels of their chicken, but it is really nicely seasoned, which is awesome. Okay, we have to work quick because my camera is overheating, but overall, Burrito was pretty good. I did like it. Having the chicken be so seasoned was a really nice advantage over Quesada, which was like totally unseasoned chicken. Of course, having the guacamole be awful, not ideal. That really takes down my score, but the score of just the burrito alone, I would say is like an 8 out of 10. It was really good, and I understand why they have over 400 locations in Canada. They do have to work on their guac though. Anyways, we'll move on to our next and final location. Okay, here we are with our last burrito stop of the days. We went to Burrito Guyz, which, let me check my little fact sheet. Burrito Guyz was actually founded in St. Catharines, Ontario in 2020 and now has 25 locations across Ontario, which is interesting. 2020, definitely an interesting year to start a restaurant business. But I mean, they have 25 locations over the past 6 years. I feel like that's not too bad. But so let's go ahead and see what they're all about. And I really hope, more than anything, that the guacamole is good. It's really what I want to see. Here we go. First things first, we got our chips and guac. This guacamole definitely looks like the type to come pre-made out of a squeeze bag and just mass produced. Like, this is not made in-house. There's no way. Oh, that does not look good. After one bite, I can definitely tell you it is far better than Burrito. Now, it is also more flavorful than Quesada. However, Quesada's was the only one that actually looked fresh in-house made, which is unfortunate. Here we go. Here is our burrito. Okay, just like the other burritos, this has chicken, rice, black beans, cheese, corn, guac, and mild salsa on it. And I definitely feel like it is the least flavorful out of the burritos we've gotten so far. It's not bad. It does have a nice flavor, but it's just not as flavor-packed as the other ones. Now, Burrito wasn't bad, but I definitely think that because it was the least flavorful out of the 3, I have to give it a 6 out of 10. In the end, my final ranking is that I think Burrito actually had the best burrito. Everything was really good. Their chicken was nice and flavorful. The guacamole, really bad though. To be fair, every single place today kind of had bad guacamole. None of the guacamole was that good, especially considering the price they are making you pay for it. Every place gave you this size of a tub of guacamole and a pretty comparable size bag of chips, which I just don't think this is worth nearly $5, especially for the quality of guac you are getting at every single place. No matter how much you like guac and chips, guac on your burger, just don't get it. It's not worth the price. But yeah, I think Burrito was really good. Honestly, if we're being real, they were all pretty good in comparable burritos. Like, none of the locations had a show-stopping, groundbreaking burrito, and they're all pretty similar. Like, Burrito did have a really nice, flavorful chicken. I think at this point, the only way you could really go back and rank which place is better than the others is maybe just based on the diversity of ingredients, the diversity of proteins they have available. In the end, they're really close. I would say Burrito has the most flavorful chicken, and that really puts it a step above the other 2 locations. What do you think? Have you been to any of these locations? Have you been to all 3 by any chance? And if so, which one do you think is the best? I will see you in my next video. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see me review, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.